Now they are riddled with graffiti, but these two abandoned buildings near 18th and Vine could someday reopen for business. They date back all the way to the late 1800s, and now developers hope to bring them back to life.
Now new at 10, 41 Action News reporter Tom Dempsey explains what they'd like to do with them now.
They've been here like for 100 years, I guess. I mean, it was way before I was born.
Elijah Chase remembers seeing the old Water and Street Department buildings along Vine Street during his childhood.
Back in the days, it used to be, the Golden Glove used to be out here.
Two buildings built after the Civil War and abandoned since 1994, with a team of developers now stepping in.
There's a lot of graffiti here, but there's a lot of character here.
With signs of the past still present at the site, developer Tim Dugan says at least one of the buildings will be home to office space and possibly even more.
Looking at Airbnbs that close to a destination of 18th and Vine, to having kind of speakeasies or outdoor music venues.
Limestone walls, large windows, and views of the city that Dugan says make the buildings possible hotspots.
Has a big clear span open area for gathering and workspaces. So the mixed-use building idea works very well in this idea.
With so much history and potential with this project, the development team says it presents a very special opportunity, especially with the core of 18th and Vine, only about 2 blocks away from here.
The development team says by improving the site and attracting business, the project could help push the district forward.
We have to be intentional in our dealings and making sure that those that we bring in are supportive and understand and see the vision of the district as a whole. 2 buildings with long histories and now futures Elijah Chase will be excited to see.
I would like to see them do something else with it. That'd be something nice for them to do.
Tom Dempsey, 41 Action News.
The fate of independent gubernatorial candidate Greg Orman will be decided tomorrow. The state objections board will decide if he can go on as the Kansas ballot in November. This comes after an attorney argued county election officials took too long to validate his petition signatures. Included on the board are the lieutenant governor and the attorney general. Chris Kobach, the Republican nominee for governor, is also on the board because he is Secretary of State, but we are told he will not attend. Instead, he will send his top deputy. Orman called the objection frivolous. If approved, in addition to Kobach, Orman will face Democratic State Senator Laura Kelly.
New tonight, a show of support for a man who was detained by ICE. Luis Diaz was released from the Morgan County Jail in Missouri last week. ICE agents detaining him and then deporting him and his pregnant girlfriend back. Detaining him and then deporting his pregnant girlfriend and her son back to Honduras. Well, tonight, as several joined in on a prayer vigil for him in Overland Park, he spoke through a translator about the difficulties of seeking help in the U.S.
It's just getting more difficult all the time, it seems like. And, you know, you can come, things can happen to you in the country that you come from, and you can apply for asylum and tell them about what's happened to you. You could even have photographs and other evidence, and it still seems so much harder than before.
Attorneys say Diaz was told he would not be arrested as he arrived in June, but ICE officials detained him anyway. Right now, this man is wanted in Jackson County, and the FBI says that he is to be considered armed and dangerous. The agency tweeting the 29-year-old